Good evening and welcome to another episode of The Garcias. I'm Pico the Sun, and with me here tonight is
Trisha.
the newest Garcia. And tonight we're going to talk about married life. So the first question would be, how was the transition from being a girlfriend to now a married individual?
Facts lang. So, um, ako lang yung magsasalita dito.
Ikaw yung guest eh.
Ganun ba yun?
Yeah.
I think it was more of, I think the transition wasn't more of like relationship-wise more than it was finding another role in society or how society sees you na parang like with our families they became I think I felt like they became more like hands off na parang you're married na ganun and like everybody knew I was married na, so like when people would invite parang lagi nang kasama si Pico and parang they're more like considerate like when inviting na parang you have to go home na cause susunduin ka na ng asawa mo, or people are more understanding of the need to like be with each other also, especially since we're newly married too. So I think it's more, I think what changed was more us in the society,
Yeah.
like how the society treats us more than it was between the two of us. Kasi parang, okay, we're married and all. Maybe it was between the two of us, what changed was like, we live together na, and we have to do things together na. But like, our relationship, I feel like it was more of just, on paper, we're married na. So, it was, I think, the relationship part wasn't very, it wasn't like a drastic change. It was really just how you moved in society na, and how, like, our everyday na lang. So I think the hardest part would be like living on our own and having to like assign roles to each other. But I'm so thankful that you're okay with like doing household chores. Yeah.
So parang the more visible change was the adjustment to how society now viewed us as a married couple.
And
no?
treated us also.
Yeah, parang yun nga. From someone who was just someone who just had a boyfriend to now someone who had a husband.
Yeah, possibly also that's also why siguro the wedding is not just like for us, na tayong dalawa lang. It was more like a celebration with other people. Kasi nga, that's how they, parang that kind of marks na, okay, these are,
People are now married.
yeah, they're, parang they take a different role in our society now.
On that note, what would you say are like some of the prominent pros and cons of being a married person?
Well, one pro is wala ka ng tahas sa akin. No, I think a pro would be, yun nga, people are more understanding of, like, compared to when we were just boyfriend girlfriend, na parang now people are more understanding na there's someone waiting for you at home na to like have dinner with you, or like there's na you make decisions not just on your own na. Alam mo yun, parang I mean before naman as girlfriend boyfriend, like we'd make naman decisions together, but now that we're married, I think the pro is people know that already, or people understand na the decisions you make are not just yours. That's one pro. Second is I have another driver. I think when I think siguro very connected to the first one is, aside from the people knowing that you don't make your own decisions, it's another aspect is you actually don't have to make your decisions on your own. Like if you feel like you're you're lost or hindi mo alam yung gagawin, you always have someone there to decide with you. And also, with that deciding with you comes the knowing na this person will support me with whatever happens with that decision. So, I think yun. Just knowing that there's always just someone who's gonna catch you. Or if you fall with him, to just be with you in that fall. I guess. Yun. And having a roommate all the time. I think what I miss the most na lang about being single is yun nga, siguro since there are two sides to a coin, I guess I miss not having to think about someone else or parang not worrying too much about, like, ako lang inintindi ko.
Yeah.
And like, I feel like I had more time for myself before, and I get the like, and I feel like now I'm invited less to like stuff.
Night outs.
Yeah. Or maybe because residency
Parties.
din. Baka kasi nagtatrabaho din. But like, or actually, hindi na naman kasi ako that willing to go out na. Kasi yun nga, inisip ko na parang, you're there waiting for me. Siguro that lang. There are things that I miss from being single or like not being married na parang, yeah, I think it's related to also yun nga, how society views us now, I guess.
Okay. How about, would you have any advice for the newly married or possibly engaged couples who might be watching the video?
Run.
Don't do it.
No. Advice in like married life.
Or in general.
Give, I think, important yung space for one another. I think, like what I said, that's what I crave for. And like, it's not just me naman. Like, I noticed naman that he also craves it a lot of times from me. But of course, I mean, like us, we're just newly married. So, parang understandable naman na you always want to be together, all that shit. But, I think it does a lot to your relationship to have like, to be able to spend time on your own also. Just so, I guess, parang, there are times that you tend to lose yourself in the relationship, or parang siguro you just want to revisit who you are also, and think about who you are in the relationship, not just in the relationship, but who you are still as a person. Who parang, I mean, yun nga, kasi you make decisions on your own, you do everything on your own. People tend to see us na one unit, but I think it's also important not to forget who you are in the relationship. Is that a song? Bakit ang pinilit? Yun, parang, I think it's important also, not just for you, but also for your or your spouse. Kasi syempre, I think you'll be able to more fully love the other person if you also love yourself. So, I mean, like, if you know who or parang if you kind of are still in touch with who you are. I don't know how to make sense of that, pero it just does. Yes.
Yeah. And that's it. Thank you for watching another episode of The Garcias.